Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Linux DevOps AWS with AI session. Yesterday we have completed Maven. Today we are going to start GitHub. This is according to our diagram. Now we are here. Previously we have done learn Maven till yesterday. Today we have we are going to start GitHub. Okay, now observe. Why GitHub Maven we are learning, guys? Because this should be available in cloud infrastructure. As a DevOps, it's our duty to create this infrastructure. So to understand, to create or work on this type of tool, we need to understand these tools. That's why we are learning Maven, we are learning GitHub, right? Now, what is the use of GitHub? Why we are using GitHub? So these are nothing but source code repository tools. In interview, people indirectly will ask you which type of version controlling tool you have used. They don't directly ask you GitHub, they don't ask you GitLab, they don't ask you Bitbucket, they don't ask you SVN. They will ask you which type of version controlling tool you are worked on. This is the interview question. So that time you should able to answer by remember this point. Okay? Why we are requiring multiple developer working on a project, maybe from same location or maybe from different location. One should not keep the code locally. One should not keep the code locally. One should not keep the code locally. For example, I am writing this code, right? Now try to observe. As a developer, I am writing this code. I am developing one service. I have this code. Let's say this is my code. This is my code, right? This is my code. So tomorrow, what I need to do, I should not keep this code. There may be 4 lines of code, maybe 1,000 lines of code. Because if I will keep my locally and by something, this file got deleted, this file got mismatched, something, right? So we should not keep that locally. Every time we should be developing and regular interval of time, we have to move the code. Okay? In the repositories. Okay? All developers, all developers, all developers code should should be stored at one place and one place. Okay? And code integration should happen and code integration should happen. Code integration should happen. Okay? Code integration should happen. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. You are one developer. You are one developer. You are one developer. Okay? Okay? These are the 4 developers. Okay? Now, what happened? They are writing the code. They should move the code in source code repository. They should move the code to source code repository. Okay? They should move the code to source code repository. Okay? Now, irrespective of the location. Now try to observe. Now, now. So the source code repository, what we are doing, for example, this guy is from Delhi. This guy is from Hyderabad. This guy is from Pune. And this guy is from Canada. Just think. What is happening is, when we are from different location, when we are from different location, always we need to take the latest code and we should start working on that. Always we need to take the latest code. We will see each and everything in GitHub. First, you need to understand because it is an easy topic, but this is regular topic which we are going to work on regular basis. GitHub is something we have to work on regular basis. Okay? Now, why it is required, guys? Why this is required? It is required because for code integration. For code integration. Tomorrow, Delhi guy has written 200 line of code. Okay? Now try to observe. Now try to observe. Let's say Flipkart application. This is Flipkart application. Okay? Just imagine one guy is on working on mobile functionality. I'm not talking about as a only Java developer. This tool is global. Anyone have anyone from Python, anyone from Java, anyone from .NET, right? Front end, anyone is using this tool. One developer is working on mobile functionality. One developer is working on a electronics. One developer is working on appliances. Just imagine, but everyone is working for whom? Flipkart, na? Means there is a project, Flipkart is there. Inside that Flipkart repository, there are different API, let's say. So you guys are working on, one guy is working on mobile, one guy is working on electronics. Maybe one more guy is working on electronics. There are two people. There are two people who are working on electronics, right? There may be chance. There may be chance, right? So that's the reason. That's why we require GitHub repository, like code integration purpose, for code monitoring purpose, for code monitoring purpose. ठीक है? Code monitoring purpose. What kind of code monitoring can be done? Can you think in your mind? Who modified the code? Who modified the code? Who modified the code? When that person modified the code, one modification is done. When modification is done, why this modification is done? Why this modification is done? And what changes are done? What changes are done? These are several questions we required. We cannot merely go and change the code, right? Always there is a requirement. There is a task assigned to you on ticket basis, on Rally, on Jira, right? Sometime when we are pushing the code in the summary or a subject on a message, we are mentioning the ticket number also. That for this ticket I am working and for this ticket I made the changes and pushing the code. Something we will see that slowly, right? So in code, when we are moving the code from local to repositories also, we need to understand why we are doing. We cannot just go and do the changes. And there is some process. There is some process, right? There is some process that we need to follow. Okay? So these are the points. These are the points which are very important. Okay? We need to understand these are the points. So these are the you can consider as an advantage, right? Advantage. Because by this monitoring, you should understand, right? By this monitoring, who is making the changes. Somebody made the wrong changes, then what you will do? You can monitor, na? We can monitor who made the changes. Then we can ask that same person, hey, you made the changes. Hey, you made the changes, wrong changes. Can you please revert the changes? Can you please revert the changes? Right? And always when we are moving the code, always, for example, just think, in this code there are errors, na? In this code, if you see this is error, right? Red line is there. As a developer, I know there is an error, right? As a DevOps, you don't need to worry about this. But this is error. So yesterday we done the Maven, right? always we need to make it the code error free. Then we need to clean the code. We need to build the code, make it up and running, run the code, test the functionality. If everything working fine, then only we have to move the code in the GitHub. Not just just type the code. Tomorrow I will see, because if you are doing that, you should create the branch. What is branch? We don't know. You will see that. Not in master branch, we are doing the changes. We have to create the branch. Okay. And there are different environment, developer environment, QA environment, production environment, right? So that is what we need to understand. Hope you are good. Okay? Now, this is the advantage. Now, how many type of repository tool are available in the market? How many type of repository tools available in the market? There are multiple tools. SVM. This is outdated. Nobody is using this. Outdated. Okay? This is SVM, something outdated. Okay? GitHub, which we are going to learn. Okay? We have Bitbucket. We have GitLab also. One tool is there. GitLab also, similar to GitHub. We have Bitbucket. These are very popular tools. GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. These are very popular. If you understand the one functionality, na, same thing is there. Only interfaces and you are changed, but same kind of functionality is there. Okay. And guys, the thing is that by this session, you are not only learning, you are learning the ways, the process. Try to understand the process, try to understand the ways. If you understand one process, right, you can able to do the second process. If you know the process, then you have the confidence. If you don't know the process, you will lack the confidence, right? So by understanding the real-time technology, what we are learning here, you are going to gain confidence. If you learn these tools here, tomorrow if you are working in a company, then somebody is talking in technical terminology, you are able to relate the concept, right? They are saying, hey, this code is not built, this code is there in GitHub, but this is not built. This is showing error when I done the local. This kind of, when they are talking to you, you will understand. If it is not built, means someone has pushed the code without build, means they did not do clean and install. Just push the code simple. Some error is there, right? So what I am speaking now, if you are already working, so you can understand. But if you are not in IT team, IT company, or you want to go into company, then you have to observe each and every word what I am speaking, the way I am speaking, because the same way people are going to talk to you in a company, that will provide the confidence, right? How to talk. Just think in that perspective, okay? So these are the repository tools, guys. So how to set up this code? How to set up this code? We are going to see each and everything, right? So there are some setup we have to do. We have to do some setup, environmental setup to work with GitHub, to work with GitHub. Environmental setup to work with GitHub. We have to do first. First, we have to create GitHub account. We have to create GitHub account. For that, we have to visit one website, www.github.com. This is the very first step. GitHub. Okay? This website we have to visit and we have to create an account. Once the account is created, also this is one account. This is required for what? Remote purpose, right? We can install, download, and install Git. We downloaded Maven, right? Similarly, we have to download and install GitHub. Sorry, Git client. I will show you one thing. Observe. Now try to observe. I am doing right click. Are you able to see? Open Git GUI, open Git bash here. Are you able to see? Open Git GUI coming, right? When I click on GUI bash, something it is coming, right? Git GUI. See, when I working on open Git bash here, something is coming because I already installed, right? Now, now we will see everything one by one, one by one. We will see everything one by one. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. ठीक है? So download and install Git client software. Then once installation completed, completed. Then right click, on mouse to verify Git options are coming or not. Git options are coming or not. So I showed you right just now. Right click here. So this I am talking about. Git GUI bash, Git open Git bash here, right? If these are displaying means Git client installed successfully. Okay? This is what I mean to say now. Now, let me go here www.github.com. This is the website, right? This is the website. We have to do what? Sign up. That we have to do sign up. Okay? Now, just 1 minute, guys. 1 second. 1 second. I am stopping my screen share for a minute. So I am stopping share screen because my personal detail are coming there. That's the reason. 1 minute. I'm filling this information, then again I will reshare. Okay? 1 second. I'm sharing my screen now. Now try to open. Now you're able to see, right? I have filled this same. I just click on www.github.com. I just giving the details here. goldenuniverstechnologies@gmail.com. Password, some username. Let me copy this username. I am doing just sign up, guys. Okay? I am doing sign up. I am doing sign up. Okay? Visual puzzle. Use the arrow to rotate the object in face direction of hand. Use the arrow to rotate the object to face in. What happened, guys? Now submit, right? One second. Let me check the password. It is 063111206. ठीक है, लॉन्ग साइड. Now you are able to see, right? I just sign up in front of you, right? Are you good with this? Only small thing is required, right? Just now I done the account creation. You need to follow the same step. You need to follow the same step. Okay. What I did is we have to create. I have visited here. Okay. Forget about step 2 and 3. What I did here, visit this account, visit this account. Then what we need to do the sign up. You know, right? Sign up. What to how to do sign up. Then what we need to do? Then sign in. Verified the account, verified the account, verify the account, and simple sign in. This is simple step, right? Now, now try to observe. Now, this is how your account will come. See, this is coder tech 123. Something is there, right? When I click on repository, I need to create first repository, very first repository. So what it is asking is public repository, private repository, add a README file, git ignore, then create repository, something, right? So we need to understand what are the steps, right? Now observe. So whenever we are creating repository, okay, then a unique URL will be generated. Okay, okay, create repository, create a repository, create a repository, create a repository. What is mean by repository? What is mean by repository? Repository means storage area, right? It is repository is used to repository repository is used to store projects, store project or source code or source code. ठीक है, ठीक है. Now every project every project have one repository per environment. And what I mean to say by this line, so every repository have the environment. You have dev environment. What diagram I am showing now, guys? This diagram. Every setup will be there for same dev environment, QA environment, prod environment. As a DevOps, this complete infrastructure we have to create. This is the basic one. There is nothing Kubernetes, Docker, nothing is there. Basic thing is there. Okay? But think Docker, Kubernetes, everything is there. And this infrastructure there, you have to create this infrastructure for dev because people are still working on dev environment. The same infrastructure will be there, should be there in QA environment because one developer are good with their changes. They have tested their functionality in dev environment, right? So they have to move these changes to QA environment. Same infrastructure will be there in production environment. Think in that way. So that's why my statement. Every project have one repository per environment. How many environment are there? Mostly dev environment, QA environment, and prod environment. Okay. Developer can do any kind of circus in dev environment, whatever related to that, but they cannot do the same kind of activity in QA and prod. It's not like that. Okay, they are developing. So development area can be means maybe they are developing. There may be some easiness is there. Okay, nobody is saying. But what happened? You should be very much careful upper environment. Okay, but try to work properly in dev environment also. If everything is good, then only you should move to UN prod. Now, when we create a repository, when we create a repository, a unique URL is created. When we create an repository, when we create an repository, and unique URL is created. Unique URL is created with repository name, with repository name. ठीक है? That is nothing but repo URL. That is nothing but repo URL. ठीक है? Now, what is next point? We have two types of repository. Okay? First, all developers will connect to repository using repository URL in short. ठीक है? There are two types of repository. We can create two types of repository. The first is public repository. People think that these are basic topic. People not able to put the code. Then they will do the circus in company. They will ask, hey guys, I don't know what to do. This commit I am not able to do. I am not able to push the code. I am getting conflict and all these things because they are not taking this kind of topic seriously. We have observed this. So please focus. Always take, if any tech stack is there, read first time very carefully so that every aspect of that topic will be in your mind. Tomorrow, if something you are working, so it will trigger your mind and you can able to recall the thing. Okay, that is the concept. Nobody is perfect. Nobody remember everything. That come with the time. But if you remember, okay, something like tomorrow, you somebody will ask you. Mostly, you people watch 3 Idiot movie, right? It is 15 years back, right? You did not remember the flashback. What was happened in the climax? What was the hero name? What was the heroine name? But that tomorrow after 10 years also somebody discussing, you are able to recall, right? Okay, that was the movie. There was hero Amir Khan, right? There are Sharman Joshi or Madhavan is there. Something you can able to recall, no? That is why each technology, nobody is remembering these notes, these points, but you remember, okay, this is the process. When you will come to see this kind of repository here, then you, okay, this is public, oh, this is private. You are able to recall, right? Now, what is mean by public repository read? Anyone on the internet can see the repository. If I select this option, if I will select this option, then what will happen? Anyone, you, me, anyone can, if I create this repository, they can search my username and they can able to access my repository. So in company, it is not recommended to use public repository. What is public repository? Public repository, anyone can anyone can on the internet can see this repository. Okay? But we can decide who can make the changes. That is the advantage, that is the benefit. But anyone can access your code, right? So in company, we are not using public repositories, guys. Okay? If public project will be there, then anyone can copy their code, right? Okay? So we are not using public repository. Okay? What is private repository? You choose who can see and commit the repository. It's our choice, right? Tomorrow, think in that way. Tomorrow, these guys are working on one project. Now think this is complete GitHub environment. This is complete GitHub environment. Okay? Now they are working for one project, so they have the access. Now think in this way. ठीक है. This is our favorite guy, Amit, right? And this is another guy, SRK. ठीक है. These two are working on which project? These two guys are working on Aadhaar card project. These two guys are working on Aadhaar card project. So they are able to access the source code of Aadhaar card. ठीक है. Same way, these two guys, the same way. Now, observe. Same way, they are working on, let's say, passport app. They are working on passport app, right? ठीक है. Now try to understand. Let me remove this for otherwise you will confuse. ठीक है. Now this same guy Amit is there. These two guys, both are working on what? This is Amit only. ठीक है. This Amit, this is Amit only, right? Madam. This is Amit only. Amit is working on what? Amit is also working on what? Passport application also. SRK is also working. They are part of two projects. This is project one. This is project one. Project one. This is project one. And this is project two. Which is project two. Both are Amit and SRK are the part of two projects. So that's why they are able to access the two applications. But there is a guy called Sandeep. This is the name of another guy, Sandeep. ठीक है. There is another guy, Kumar, let's say. ठीक है. Sandeep not able to access passport app because these are different repositories. The access should be required. The admin guy give the access. Who is the admin guy? Who is the admin? They will give the access for project level, right? Even though you are part of same organization, you are working on the multiple projects, not only one project. There may be 10 projects, 100 projects, 1,000 projects. Right? There may be 10 repository, 20 repository, 30 repository. Being in a same company, it's not like that you are having the access of all repository. One project, one repository. The people who are working, they will get the access. Okay? Hope you are good with this diagram. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. You understand what is public repository, what is private repository, what is the purpose of this. Okay? Now we will create one repository. One create repository. What is my create repository? Let's say DevOps. I am giving DevOps app 01. Yes, this is available. This is perfectly fine. This is the name of our app. Okay? I am creating this. Okay? Now we can choose public, we can choose private also. For now, we can keep public repository. We can keep public repository. Okay? Come down, add a readme file also. No problem. What is git ignore? What is this? Ignore for now. Just create a repository. See, one repository is created now. Now ask me where is the URL. Click on code. You will get the URL. click on code, you will get the URL. Tomorrow, if you want to search me, you can find coder take 123. This is my username. Na? If you have any account, already existing account, just search this coder. Means you can type, you can search. For example, how I can search? I want to search someone, right? Type to search here. I can search some repository, something here, some with some name. So if that exists, then I can able to find that. Till now, we are good, right? This is main. See, these are branch. Try to observe issues, pull request. We are going to see what is issue, what is pull request, what is issue, what is pull request, what is actions, right? What is the settings, what is the code, right? See, this is the initial commit. What is that commit? See, commit ID is there 1 minute ago, right? Every information we are getting now, monitoring. That is what I am saying, monitoring. That is what I am saying, monitoring. Right? Monitoring means what is the commit ID? Who made the changes? Why they made the changes? Everything we need to see, observe carefully now. Okay? Now try to observe. Settings. What is the settings? See here. See here. Collaborators, branch, tag, rules, actions. Right? Collaborators mean to whom I can give the access. To whom I can give the access. Okay? To whom I can give the access. See, I will click here. Collaborators. Okay? Add people. I can give the email ID. If I will give you the email ID, then you are able to do the changes. Okay? See, we'll see one by one, one by one. Okay? Now try to observe. If I go to how many repositories are showing? How many? When I click on home, this is what my username. How many repositories are there? Only one repository is there. Okay? Now try to observe. What is the repository name? DevOps app 1. Okay? Now observe. Come here. Okay. Actions. I'm trying to show you something. Code. One minute. I'm trying to show you something. What are the commands there? Looking for that page. Projects. Request actions. Yeah, no problem. We will see that. If it is not coming, we will see that. No problem. Now, what are the commands we have to work with this? We have to understand. Okay. Now, let me copy the URL. Copy this URL. When I am saying this URL, repo URL. So let me paste that repo URL. This is the repo URL. Just now we created. HTTP GitHub coder tech 123. This is the Git. When we clone this, we are able to get that code. Okay. What are the operations required, guys? What are the operations required? What are the operations required? We will see that, right? One by one, one by one. Okay. Now, before this, there are certain tools. There are certain tools are there. There are certain tools are there. Now try to observe. There are certain tools. You know this GitHub is there. Now you are aware something you know. This is GitHub repository. Where is this available? GitHub.com. GitHub.com. Right? There is some repo. There is some repo. Repository is there. Okay? Now try to observe. This is one developer. This is another developer. Let me give some space. Yeah. This is one developer. See, slowly you will understand. That's why I'm slowly explaining you the things, guys. In rush, it will be difficult to understand. There are different approach here to move the code. This is developer one. This is working from Delhi. This guy is working from Chennai, let's say. Okay. Now what happened? They push the code. They are working. They are working. They have the code. So there are some interface also there. There is one more tool is there. There are different tool. As I mentioned, Git client, right? There are GitHub desktop is also there. There are GitHub Git clients are there. Okay, you can use through ID also. Through ID also you can work. Through local you are also able to work. There is GitHub Git client like GitHub desktop is also there. Okay, now try to observe. So what will happen with the help of that user-friendly interface, you also can able to interact with GitHub repositories. GitHub desktop is also one good tool that will give very basic means good support, not basic good support. Okay, now so Git client software are Git Bash, Git GUI, right? Then we have GitHub desktop, right? Different tools are there. Git client, when I am saying about Git client, Git client, Git client means some tools with the help of which we are able to do operation. What are the tool? Git Bash, which I showed you, but we did not done the installation, right? Git GUI. Okay, ID level also we can do some operation. GitHub desktop, GitHub desktop. These are the tools. We are working with this kind of tools to move do the operation on the code level. We are interacting with what? We are interacting with GitHub repositories. Okay? Now we will do some operation with GitHub Git Bash. Okay? Now Git Bash. One by one we will see what is Git Bash. So with the help of Git Bash, Git Bash, we can use Git client software to perform Git operation. When I'm saying Git operation, what does this mean by Git operation? Git clone, Git push, Git pull, Git commit, right? There are different types of commands are there. So where we need to download from there, download and install, Git client, download and install Git client. What is the URL for this? HTTPS :/ git-scm.com/downloads. Let me copy this URL. Copy this. Go to H. Paste here. Right? Now it is, you are able to see, right? Okay. Download for Windows latest source code repository. Click here. This is option, right? You are able to see Mac OS, Linux, Windows. what operating system for that we can able to install. I want to install for what? I want to install for Windows. Click here, download. Right? 64-bit Windows setup or 64-bit, 32-bit. Okay, I am using 64-bit. Let me click here. It started downloading, right? It started downloading. Simple, right? Not a big science. I am downloading this Git software. Okay. Normal like how you are installing the application. Same way. Okay. Now it is installed. Come here. Download. Double click. Double click only. Exe file. Double click. You need to double click like this. Right. I already had. Right. Install. Everything like install next. Install. Removing previous version. Previous version get your. Now see. Older version it is removing and new version it is installing. Same thing you have to do, right? Same thing you have to do. So what we have seen meanwhile, we have understanding of what is GitHub basic. We have sign up. You have to do also sign up, and you have to install this Git bash. How to install Git bash? You know this URL. Okay. Watch the recording and do the operation. Today notes will be uploaded. Maven and today's topic to the website. Please visit there, download the notes. Whatever the point required, you can do the same thing. Okay. Finish. Now come here. Right click. I am able to see Git bash and Git UI, right? Git bash, Git GUI, Git GUI. GUI means something interface. See, tell about Git GUI. What is the version? What is the version, guys? 2.4.9. Well, what does this mean? Come here. This is the same version we downloaded now. 2.49.0. So older version, what was there in my laptop, it was replaced by this new version. Where is that? 2.5 here. 2.49 Windows, right? Till now you are good, right? Any difficulty to understand? You can ask me. I believe there won't be any doubt. Okay? Because I have explained each and every point. I'm stopping my screen share. I'm stopping the recording. You can ask me your doubt.